Frank, tell me about your work in museums with education.
In 1984, I was offered a post as Museums Education Officer for Devon, based at the Royal Albert Memorial Museum in Exeter. And initially, it was a temporary post, full time for 6 months, but then actually it became a permanent part time post. And I was lucky that I was appointed by Mr. Bill Leadham, who was my manager in Torquay, an interesting man, and he encouraged me. And one of the things he encouraged me to do was to take over from him as the Southwest Regional convener of the Group for Education in Museums. It was my job to organise training sessions, really, meetings of education officers from the southwest of England, from Penzance up to Gloucester, sort of thing. And we would meet together. I would organise a meeting like 3 or 4 times a year. We'd take half a day off work or a day off work to all meet together and discuss topics. A bit like in service training in a way for museum education officers. We all work with schools and adults and other people. So we did that. So I did that for several years as the regional convener. And then, I don't know how it happened, I then joined the national committee based in London of the Group for Education in Museums. And they had a good practice that when you joined the committee, you didn't just sit on the committee and talk. You had a role, a function, a focus. And mine was, well, I had two actually. One was the GEM archive. This year it's 70 years old, so it would have been 50 years old then, or 40 actually. And the job was to collect together papers, letters, documents, archives to record GEM's history, was an owl, over the years. And that was fascinating. It went very well. But also, my main role was membership secretary. Uh, the membership was falling, and so I took on the role. And what I did, I designed and wrote a 4-page glossy A4 leaflet about GEM and why it was worth joining with a form for membership, and I sent it out to every museum in the country and similar institutions, and it was really successful. A lot of new people joined the Group for Education in Museums, so that was my success. And attending meetings, I took on a personal role of supporting the then chair. There were frictions. I think the Museum Association was doing a sort of takeover of our work at the time, and she was determined to stay independent, and I supported it as chair. I thought it was our job to support the chair, and I thought she was right anyhow. So that was a fascinating piece of work, and I'm glad I did it. And then what happened then was there was a change of boss for me, a new manager. I carried on doing this work for GEM, and in fact I was asked to join the government working party on museum education, which I attended some meetings, and then I was told by my manager I couldn't attend anymore. So yes, his name has been mucked to me ever since, and I thought it was a huge mistake. And that was the beginning really of me withdrawing from museum education. And after 17 years, I was very lucky to be offered redundancy on a reasonable package, and I was happy to leave museum education.